Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of March 22nd, 2017. So let's get right into it. First up we have Action Comics number 976. This is going to conclude the Superman Reborn story stuff. So I'm curious to see where it goes. I did not get a chance to read Superman from last week, so I'm a little bit behind. But so far Superman Reborn has been amazing. Action and Superman have been just great titles, and I do recommend you check them out. Next up we have Batman Adventures in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 5, Batman / Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures number 5 from IDW and DC. Just a fun little book that crosses over the animated worlds of Batman the Animated Series and the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I've been enjoying it so far, so we'll see how it goes. Next up is Bloodshot Reborn again, number 0. Jeff Lemire's writing, so I'm on board. I don't know why it needs to be reborn again, since it was reborn last time, so we'll see. Next up is Descender number 20. Jeff Lemire, again, great book. Dustin Nguyen's art is fantastic on this. Really excited to see what happens in issue 20. Next up, we have Detective Comics number 953. We continue the League of Shadows story arc. Looks like, Batman's getting his ass whooped. So we'll see how that goes. Joe Limited Books. They do all the Disney stuff, most of the Disney stuff currently. Decided to shove out 3 books this week. So first up is Disney Frozen number 6, which I got for my daughter. We're a couple issues behind on that, but we'll hopefully get caught up. I know she's going to be super excited for this one. It's Disney Princess number 9. It's the special Rapunzel issue. My daughter really loves Rapunzel. So, so I'm curious to see what her reaction to that is. And finally, we have Disney Pixar's Cars number 2. My son Brody loves Cars. I think he's still into it, but we'll see. Next up we have The Flash number 19. This continues the Sins of the Father, where Flash and Captain Boomerang are in the outback dealing with some stuff. So we'll see how that really horrible team up goes. Next up we have Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 17. Looks like Kyle Rayner is back in green. So we'll see. It's the Quest for Hope story arc continuing that, but Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps has been a really solid title. So good stuff. Next up we have Hellblazer number 8. The Smokeless Fire continues in this one. I'm not too sure about Hellblazer right now. It's been okay. I don't know if it's something that I'm going to keep on my pull list, but so far I've been enjoying it. It's like a mid-range book, so we'll see if it can hold muster and stay on the full list. Otherwise, it might drop to the relist. Next up, we have Jason Latour's Loose Ends, number 3 of 4. I enjoyed the first 2 issues, so I'm looking forward to reading issue 3. Not eating, reading. Next up is DC Young Animal Mother Panic, number 5. First 4 issues were pretty cool, so I'm going with it. It's a very not normal superhero book set in the superhero universe, so it's really exciting to see that. Next up we have issue 14 of Suicide Squad. Burning Down the House continues in this. Please, dear God, let Burning Down the House end soon. It can't end soon enough because the John Romita Jr. art is killing me, and it's actually killing a lot of other people because the sales on the book are down. DC, don't use John Romita Jr. Don't. Makes it horrible. Next up we have Teen Titans number 6, The Rise of Aqualad. So we're introducing Aqualad here in the Teen Titans. Again, like Hellblazer, Teen Titans has just been okay for me. I don't know if I'm going to continue getting it. We'll see. Next up we have Wonder Woman number 19. This continues the Truth story arc. Rucka's been doing a fantastic job on Wonder Woman, telling 2 stories every other issue, or 2 stories every other issue. So I've been really stoked every time I'm reading Wonder Woman. It's a little jarring. I'm kind of curious to see how it reads in trade paperback format. hardcover format, because it's nice. I'm going to get hardcovers. But it's good stuff, and if you can, go out and get that first Wonder Woman trade paperback. Next up, we have X-O Manowar #1, coming out again as a #1. I'm not too sure why Valiant's doing it. I don't necessarily mind X-O starting over again. It did go for 50 issues, so that was a pretty solid run. So, yeah, we'll see. But hopefully it holds muster, and it's a good stuff. So, a random director's cut came out, and that was a director's cut for Suicide Squad #1. I decided to get it because it was, of course, Jim Lee artwork. So that's out at your local shops today. I did pick up some variants this week. Not as much. I'm starting to kind of taper off getting the variants, but I get the ones that I enjoy. First up is the Action Comics variant for $9.76, the Gary Frank one. So awesome stuff on that. $9.53 for Detective had one. Apparently, Batwoman's not having a good day. So yeah. Flash, of course, I grabbed the variant on that. There, Hellblazer had a interesting one, so I'm gonna go ahead and snag that for $8. I actually was not impressed too much with this variant. It's like a love-hate relationship. Will Porcheo, his arts has not been the best as of late, and it really shows in the Suicide Squad variant for #14. I have no idea what's going on with Deadshot's helmet there. Like, everything looks okay, but did he give up on drawing the helmet? I mean, seriously. And then, of course, Wonder Woman 19 had one of those lovely variants from the Revival chick. Yes, I know, I forget her name every single time. A graphic novel, or a trade paperback, came out this week that everybody needs to pick up. And that is the first 6 issues in the Volume 1 of The Flintstones. Mark Russell has done an amazing job with this book. I highly recommend this to anybody who just wants to read something really good. The political, the social commentary, like all of the commentary Mark Russell crams into this book just makes it a fantastic read. So if you have not yet checked out the Flintstones, but you were curious, the trade paperback of the first 6 issues comes out today. So go ahead and snag your copy. I got mine, because this is good shit. I did get a special order this week. It's all sealed up, so I'll go ahead and open it for you. But a t-shirt came in. Yes, apparently I only shop for t-shirts at, the store. I grabbed a Game of Thrones sigils t-shirt. So it's got all the sigils there from the Game of Thrones show. So, new Game of Thrones shirt. I love it. Okay. Now we're on to the read list. These are the titles that I read to stay current and caught up on some more books that I don't actually get for bringing home to my collection. First up is Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, #5. This is the only way right now that you will see Peter Parker and Mary Jane married. Dan Slott went on one of the comic book news websites and said that Marvel has no plans to ever marry or remarry Peter Parker and Mary Jane, which a little brutal. We actually talk about this a little bit on episode 302 of the Comic Conspiracy, which we recorded earlier this evening. That should be up for your enjoyment, and as usual, there's a link in the description below for it. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff. There really isn't any married couples in the Marvel U right now. It's kind of strange. Next up is Steve Rogers' Captain America, #14. We're building up to Nick Spencer's Secret Empire event that's coming out soon. We'll see. Again, like I said before, Nick Spencer, Steve Rogers, Cap, just really rough start, but it's leveled out and gotten a little bit better. I'm enjoying it for the most part, so we'll see where it goes. Next up is a new #1. Don't know why, but I'll give it a shot. And that's Iron Fist #1. The Netflix show came out this past weekend. Some people watched it already and enjoyed it. Some people watched it and hated it. I think it's one of those shows that's just going to be received on polar opposites. I myself have not yet watched Jessica Jones, so I have to see Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and then I can watch Iron Fist. So yeah, that's how far behind I am. Next up, we have Reborn issue 5. This is the image title from Mark Millar and Greg Capullo. I know I've read the first 3 issues. I don't remember if I read issue 4. So going into this, we'll see if I have to go and back and read issue 4. Yeah, we'll see. Next up is The Unworthy Thor number 5. This title has just been solid and goes just... if you're reading The Mighty Thor, you need to be reading Unworthy Thor. If you're not reading either Thor, you need to read them. They're really, really good books. Jason Aaron has done such an amazing job, with Thor over the past few years that, yeah, I mean, it's just really, really, really good stuff. So that's it for the read list this week. I did grab a book that I wasn't able to read last week, but came out last week, and that's Uncanny X-Men number 19. So I'm going to read up on this one, but that one is from last week, not this week. So yeah, so that's it. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As usual, you can leave comments in the window below, let me know what you're getting for the week, what you're excited for, what you're not excited for, so on and so forth. Great stuff. Again, as usual, I try to stay on top of responding on it within a decent time, but don't get mad at me if I don't. We did finish recording episode 302 of the Comics Conspiracy this evening. Where we talk, I didn't get a chance to see Iron Fist, but they talk about it on Iron Fist on there, and we answer some listener questions and a couple other topics, so check that out. There's a link in the description below for you, or you can go to www.geekbox.net and check it out there. It's also on iTunes, and if you are getting it through iTunes, please rate and review us so we go up higher in the lists. All that fun stuff. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you get access to our Bryce Brieflies and Toby and Charlie, my fellow co-hosts. They have a roundup podcast where they talk non-comic book related TV, and that's exclusively only for Patreon backers. So yeah, so if you want, please back us. We appreciate everything. It helps us get some food, pay for hosting, and keep us in some semblance of having stuff to get. So thank you very much to all our Patreon backers. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's been a really weird and awkward day. The shipment was delayed, but Ryan and I got the books processed and put away for subscribers and up on the wall by 6:30. So within 4 hours, we just knocked it all out today. Yeah, so I'm pretty tired, as you cannot tell. So yeah, I have no idea what else to say except I will see you next week.